Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is Monday, April 8th, 2019. I realize I forgot to update the top part of my daily numbers breakdown. We're going to go over the live sports action today. There's no NBA, so maybe we'll take some extra time with the MLB, give a second look at this college championship. First, I want to start with a couple of news stories and then review yesterday's games, which were pretty good. Just wishing I pulled the trigger on that Lakers upset of the Jazz, but we saw the possibility. Anyway, if you missed this story, a professional golfer dropped dead yesterday. Asian man. And we were talking about Tiger Woods, who's part Asian. Check this out. The man who died, his name equals 54 in Gematria, just like Tiger Woods. And again, the master starts on a date with 54 numerology. He was in town for the Sonia Championship, which equals 83. Again, this will be the 83rd Masters, Murder 83. His death happened yesterday, April 7th. Again, 83's 23rd prime, Masters 23. Tiger first won the Masters 22 years ago, but it's also a span of 23 years of Masters from the year he won it in 97. And this man died on the 97th day of the year. April 7th. Date he died was a date with 23 numerology. He was 28 years old. They said he died from natural causes. From Tiger's birthday to the death of this man was his 99th day of his age. And that's interesting because the man who died, his full name equals 99, and his short name that he goes by for his golf career is also 99. Dead on Tiger's 99th day. So also interesting, from the day he died to his upcoming birthday, the golfer who died 4 months and 14 days, kind of like how the Masters ends on 4/14, April 14th. So I think this is another good sign for Tiger. You know, this ritual looks like it has to do with him. And again, Tiger's part Asian. So, and then the other thing is, you know, we've been watching those Warriors. I don't think I realized that this year was the 47th season for the Warriors in Oakland. But last night, their final home game, which we expected they'd win in the 41-13 ritual, they raised a banner celebrating the 47 years on April 7th, 4-7. And again, the Warriors, the Philadelphia Warriors, won the first ever championship in 47. And in light of it being a Philadelphia Warriors team, Philadelphia equals 97. They did it on the 97th day of the year. So I'm thinking this is another good sign for the Warriors. Again, it's the 73rd NBA season. Steph Curry born on the 73rd day of the year. So I just wanted to make sure you saw those stories. I mean, who celebrates the 47-year anniversary? You know what I mean? And in the news coverage I've seen of that, I haven't seen them talking about how Philadelphia won it in 47. But okay, let's review yesterday. So the Raptors Heat was a stay-away game. There wasn't much of a read there. We like the Spurs to get it done against the Cavs, get that 47th win on 4-7 in Ohio. San Antonio Spurs 62. Cavs picked up the 62nd loss. Their next game is against Charlotte, and Hornets has that gematria of 63 like Cavaliers. Cavs can finish the season with 63 losses, 19 wins, which seems fitting. We like the Thunder to get the 47th win over Minnesota. Minnesota equals 47. The game was on 4-7. That kept Timberwolves at 36 wins. Thunder, 36. Kept them at 25 home wins on the 97th day of the year. Hornets and Pistons, I wondered about. I thought the Hornets would probably lose because it was in Detroit and they came in with 37 wins. But I was saying the narrative could be that the Pistons crash at the end of the season to help the Miami Heat slip into the playoffs, which is possible. I'm thinking the Pistons are going to lose that last game of the year to the Knicks, so the Heat might slip past the Pistons. This was a good sign that might be the case. Pistons stayed at 39 wins against Charlotte. Charlotte is 39, but I was thinking with the Hornets on 37 and then the game in Detroit, they'd probably stay on 37. But again, sometimes it's another narrative, and the reason we expect the Heat to get in the playoffs is because if they do, it'll be their 21st playoff appearance in the 73rd NBA season. 73 is the 21st prime. So still remains to be seen. But Pistons stayed at 39 against Charlotte. They also stayed at 25 wins on the 97th day of the year. The Nets and the Pacers. I thought the Nets would pick up the 23rd loss on the 23 date. We did talk about the possibility of the Pacers staying on 47 wins on 4-7. The riddle was there. The game was in Indiana. Indiana's 47. But I was thinking that date numerology, the 23 date, would come through. This ensures that the Boston will now finish ahead of the Pacers. So the Boston's going to be the 4 seed with the home advantage over the Pacers in the opening round of the playoffs. And it looks like the Nets are in. This was the only game that surprised me in the NBA yesterday. Grizzlies could have become 9-7 on the 97th day of the year. Memphis Grizzlies equals 97, and they lost in overtime. So this is the one that surprised me. Yeah. 2 teams not playing for the playoffs. Seems that those games are less likely to follow the typical narratives, but Memphis Grizzlies 97, the 25th prime. That 25 thing's been a big deal for them all year. So I was thinking the 9-7 in the division on the 97th day was destined, but nope. Rockets gave the Suns their 62nd loss. No surprise there. Rockets equals 62. We talked about how the Rockets can get their 54th win over the Thunder in their next game. Thunder has that 54 connection. That's James Harden's old team. They won with 149 points, the 35th prime. Suns has that Gematria 35. Suns went down with the old 113. Talked about how the Bucks could win this game and win their last game against Oklahoma City, which equals 61. 61, the 18th prime. It's the 2018-19 season. We were saying the symbolism of 61 wins would make a lot of sense this year as the league's best record. Talked about the Magic upsetting the Celtics. Magic equals 33. The Magic did upset the Celtics. And this is what I wanted to see because the Celtics should get their 49th win on April 9th in Washington. Again, Washington's 49, Kevin Durant's 49, Warriors is 49, Kevin Durant's from Washington, D.C. I think this is a good sign. As long as the Celtics win that game against Washington, I think this is a good sign that they do meet in the finals. So this came through. We like the Knicks to get it done yesterday. Again, I'm expecting the Knicks to get that 17th win in the last game of the season on the 17 date numerology. That game would be over the Pistons, possibly to eliminate them from the playoffs. Knicks got it done against the Wizards. Thought the Warriors would get it done in their 41st and final home game. Golden State 41, Oakland 41. They got their 13th division win, 41 the 13th prime, LA 13. Kept the Clippers at 47 wins on 4-7. And also in the big 47, 47th anniversary special. And we like the Blazers to beat the Nuggets. Kept the Nuggets at 53 wins, Trailblazers 53, Nuggets 51. Trailblazers next game's on a date with 52 numerology. Last game's on a date with 53 numerology. They can finish with 53 wins on the 53-day. Trailblazers 53. Pelicans-Kings was a game that was just kind of like, not crazy about it. The Kings could have got their 25th win on the 97th day of the year. Again, 97 is the 25th prime, but the overlap number was 33. Kings 33, Pelicans 137, the 33rd prime. The overlap number came through. I didn't make a call on that game because just, again, 2 eliminated teams, just too much of a crapshoot. And we saw that if the Lakers won, they'd have the perfect record for their next opponent, which is Portland. They started their season against Portland. They're going to finish their season against Portland. Portland equals 37 and 44. That means, again, the next game between the Lakers and Portland's on a date with 52 numerology. I expect the Blazers to pick up their 52nd win, keep the Lakers at 37 wins. Portland and Los Angeles is 37. Lakers did become 22 and 18 at home. Utah equals 22, Jazz 18. The trouble with this game was it could have gone either way. Jazz could have become 22 and 18 away too. They did stay at 21 though against the Lakers. Lakers 21. They stayed at 49 wins against the Staples Center. We talked about all of these possibilities yesterday. Notice the Lakers won with 113 points, Utah Jazz 113, Los Angeles, CA 113. I wish I pulled the trigger on this now. The thing that really kept me back was the 45, because Jazz does equal 45. You know, hindsight's always 20/20, but we did see all these riddles before they happened. And yeah, the Lakers have just been such a goofy team. It's just, anyway, 37 wins, last game of the season, Portland. This increases my confidence that Portland will win that game. So I did say I hope the Lakers win. Makes the Blazers call easier. So actually, it was a pretty great day in the NBA. I mean, almost every game that we made a call on was right. This one was wrong, and then the one that really scorned me was this one. This one was the big surprise. So it's that 97 thing. How didn't it happen? But and then in the MLB, we took a stab at 3 games, and we actually got all those games right. MLB was good. We'll go over some more MLB games today. We looked at how the Royals could lose, how Royal equals 26, and how Royals is 27. So maybe the Royals will get to 2-7. And then we said, you know, Tigers 7-3, Detroit's 37, the reflection. So we liked that one. That riddle made sense. Said to watch these games where teams could become 6-3. I didn't make calls on these games, but you know, we said Major League equals 63, Major League about the Indians. So 6-3 riddles. But hold on, there were some other games that we liked. The Mariners becoming 9-2. Chicago White Sox equals 92. They won the day prior 9-2, and Chicago equals 35. White Sox fell to 3-5, so we liked that one. So that was 2 games we took a pick at. And then I said Rockies becoming 3-7 against Los Angeles, and then falling to 3-8 possibly, because Colorado's 38th, the 38th state. So 3 games that we took a stab at. We got all those. And let's see. Games where teams became 6-3. I just said that might be something to research for yesterday. Saw that a couple of those hit. So the Mets did become 6-3, and the Indians. And the Indians one was making sense, like we said, the Major League thing. So yeah, it looks like those were the only 2 games actually where teams could become 6-3. But yeah, so anyway, we'll do a whole lot more baseball this year. Again, I hope you guys are applying the knowledge and making some good picks. But that said, let's get to today's games. And the playoffs, the NHL playoffs are going to start Wednesday. So we got a couple days off from the NHL. There's no NBA games today, which seems strange to me. I don't know what's up with that, why there's no NBA games today, but there isn't. So I suppose we can't just do MLB games today. Why not? Why not? And then we'll finish up with a. Actually, you know what? Let's do a discussion about the championship game tonight. Then we'll do the MLB, and then we'll just review it all at the end. And again, if anybody wants to call in, has any juicy nuggets of information, you guys know the number, 509-731-0567. The big thing to me is that Virginia is going for their 35th win and their 35th tournament win all time. Look at where the over-under's at. Comical. Again, Texas Tech Red Raiders equals 118. Virginia Cavaliers equals 118. March Madness 118. But Virginia's going for that magic number, 35. So 35th March Madness. If Texas Tech loses, their record will be 31-7. 2 prime numbers, plus 317 is a prime number as well. It's the 66th prime. I got to figure out if there's some 66 connection. But we had the Virginia bus crash story the day the tournament began early in the morning. Usually that's a sign. It reminds me of the train crash stories from years past. We have the Justin Fairfax story, which was perfectly synced up with the championship. It's why I had Virginia and Duke picked as my championship game because of that Justin Fairfax story. Remember, Texas Tech played Duke in Madison Square Garden December 20th. From that game to today is 110 days. Minnesota equals 110. And we actually looked at that earlier with Duke. I was thinking that was another sign Duke would be there, but instead it's Texas Tech. So, the Justin Fairfax story was absolutely part of this narrative. And for some reason, there's some deeper riddle with Texas Tech. But let's just again look at these college basketball programs. So Texas Tech, it's their 94th season. And Virginia, that's the other thing about Virginia. Remember, the Virginia coach, Tony Bennett's at 89 career losses. Virginia equals 89. Virginia Cavaliers equals 89 as well. So does Texas Tech Red Raiders. If he wins this championship, he's going to finish this season with 89 losses, a symbolic number. Virginia's in their 114th season. Minneapolis, Minnesota's 114, where the championship is. So to me, out of the season count, the more symbolic number here is definitely the 114 because it connects to where the game is. I'm pretty sure these teams haven't played each other. I think we just looked at that the other day. Whoops. West Virginia, they've played Virginia Tech. So these teams have never met before. It's a first-time meeting. And here's something else I can pull up real quick is we can again look at their all-time tournament records here. All right. Texas Tech. So Texas Tech came into the tournament 11-17. If they won, they would be 17, 7, let me make sure I'm counting right. 64, 32, 16, 8, 4. They've won 5. They've won 5 games right now. So they're 16-17. And remember, Virginia also equals 53, the 16th prime. Virginia won with 53 points in the Sweet 16. Symbolic. Texas Tech's next loss will be their 18th. This is the 2018-19 basketball season. Virginia came into the tournament 29-22. So they've won 5 games. They're 34-22 right now. 22, that big basketball number, another symbolic number. Again, 35 is the magic number for this tournament. So it's just hard to imagine them not picking up 35. Having a real hard time imagining that not happening. See if I'm missing something here with 66. See if there's a 66 on the board that I'm not seeing. Let me see. Red Raiders. Texas Tech Red Raiders. Both teams have the 89-118 Gematria here. Let me just put up their names just using the 4-base ciphers. Texas Tech Red Raiders. 89-118. Virginia Cavaliers. 89-118. March Madness again's 118. That's where the over-under's at right now. I notice Texas Tech Red Raiders actually have that connection to 206, like March Madness as well. So it's interesting. All right, Texas Tech. Cavaliers. Virginia. Virginia's got the 71 connection like March Madness as well. Cavaliers. And don't forget, Virginia went out as a 1 seed last year to a 16. That was in the 130. Oh, I never noticed before that Virginia Cavaliers had the 136 connection. That's the 16th triangular number, and it was the 136th game all time between a 1 and a 16 where they lost. Go figure. All right, let's look at the coaches again. Bruce Pearl coaching record. Let's see how it lines up with the coaches, the birthday and everything, the championship. Bruce Pearl's got the March 18th birthday, so that means the game is on his 22nd day of his age. It's 21 days after his birthday or his 22nd day of his age. He's got birth numerology of 81, 100, 16, 28. To Boston College in 82, so 37 years ago he graduated. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong coach. I want Chris Beard. My fault. Chris Beard, he's our guy. Bruce Pearl was the Auburn coach. All right, Chris Beard. He's the guy. This guy's probably calling to tell me I need Chris Beard. What's up, caller?
What's up, man? I checked Wikipedia, and then there's officially 11 and 16 Texas Tech. And I don't think they have 17 losses.
You checked what?
Wikipedia says they, for some reason, one of the years they took them out. It's not official, so they're only 11 and 16 before the tournament started.
Huh? I wrote down all these records from the tournament start. I'd have to go back and so the source you saw had them at 11 and 16, not 11 and 17?
Yeah, 11 and 16, and now obviously they won 5 in a row, so they're 16 and 16 right now.
Huh. Okay.
They're playing their 33rd game.
Shoot. Well, that's interesting. I wonder whose stats correct though, because it seemed like all the other stats I wrote down were correct.
I didn't check any other. I just saw that for Texas Tech.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll consider that. So this could be their 33rd game as well, and Texas Tech's 33. Okay. All right. Yeah. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, it's possible. I know that I double checked everything after I wrote everything down. So. Okay. But anyhow, the Texas Tech coach. This is going to be his 107th game with Texas Tech. That's the 28th prime. He's at 76 wins, 30 losses. He's also going for his 107th win. He's at 35 losses. We were looking at that. I mean, that's probably the best riddle Texas Tech has, staying on those 35 losses in the 35th tournament. But I think the 35th win is more symbolic. Let me check it out here with Chris Beard. Chris Beard. His name is 84, like the date. April 8th can be written 8/4, the coach. Oh, Chris Beard is 66. There's a 66. So if Texas Tech lost, they'd be 31-7, kind of like 317. That's the 66th prime number. So it's their first ever championship game. Oh, yeah. I think I noticed this the other day, too, that Fairfax, Virginia is 98. Today's the 98th day of the year. You know, the whole riddle with Justin Fairfax out of Virginia. Fairfax, Virginia, the big city there. So something up with that, too. But okay, so Chris Beard is 66. So that has a little rhyme and reason. Let me see what his birthday is. right? February 18th. So he's born on the 49th day of the year. So today's 39 days after his birthday, or his 40th day of his age. 39 days after the birthday. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure that's right, but just to be thorough. Oh, no. I'm glad we checked. 49 days. 50th day of his age. Okay. That's right. 49 is half of 98. Okay. 49, 50. The only thing I can say about 50 is when you write out 50 as a word, it sums to 66, like Chris Beard. And again, to me, that's more reason to believe that they become 31-7 in this game. All right, let's look at the Virginia coach. Tony Bennett. All right, so he's on those magic losses again, 89. Interesting, he's at 322 wins right now. Let me make sure Texas Tech doesn't have some connection to one of these numbers here. Raiders. What's up, caller?
Yeah, Zach, did you look at the Anthony Guy Bennett is his full name, the Virginia coach, and that equals 77. I saw, and isn't he going for his 77th win? The Chris Beard.
I think we'll go back and look at that here. Hold on. I think he was. Yeah, he was going for his 77th win. That's true.
His full name is Anthony Guy Bennett, and I think that equals 77, doesn't it?
Here, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Tony Bennett, Virginia coach. Okay. Anthony Guy Bennett. All right, let's see. Yeah, his full name is 76 and 77 and 85 like basketball. So you can make an argument either way about the 76 and 77.
Oh, okay. Well, he was born on 2/18.
Anthony Bennett's also 66, like how Texas Tech had become 31-7, 317, the 66 prime. His name's also got that 111 connection, like Minneapolis, Minnesota. So you can make an argument either way on that one.
But it's 7 weeks to his from his birthday to today's game, 7 weeks exactly, and 49 days, and he was born on the 49th day of the month. So, and 7 weeks, wouldn't that give Virginia their 7th loss this year?
Sure. I don't like I mean, riddles like that, it's just like, I mean, you can go with that, but man, it's the 35th March Madness, 35th tournament win all time, 35th win of the season. To me, that's the more standout number. So.
Okay, and the last thing I had was Houston Rockets last night scored 149 points.
Right.
Isn't that the 35th time?
Right, and Suns equals 35.
Right, but well, I was just thinking, Texas Tech, Houston, Texas Tech. I was thinking there was, and being at the 35th tournament, I was thinking there was something there.
Well, there could be. That's the best stat that I think that Texas Tech has for this game is that Chris Beard's at 35 career losses right now. I think that's the best bet there for Texas Tech. If you're feeling the Texas Tech narrative, go for it. I mean, there's a chance, but that Virginia.
I thought that was an odd number. That 149 that Houston Rockets scored last night. It may have something to do with this Texas game, this Texas Tech team.
Sure, it's possible. That's a possibility because they are a Texas team. But again, we've seen year after year, we've seen these weird train crash type stories in champions. This year there was a bus crash in Virginia the day the tournament began, and that Justin Fairfax story too was perfect. And then isn't it strange that Fairfax, Virginia's 98 and today's the 98th day of the year? So
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I just wanted to throw out if there was anything there.
well, there might be. I mean, if you're thinking it's Texas Tech, by all means, go for it. But I've been on Virginia since February 8th. Virginia and Duke, obviously Duke's out, so Virginia's who I think is going to be.
But don't you think they should have lost that game though? I mean, how do you if that game was fixed, how do you fix it like that? I mean, anything that goes wrong, they're not going to this next game. They should have lost. I mean, how is that fixed?
Well, they won with 63 points. Cavaliers 63. Looks like it was right to the point to me. So I mean, they know how to make the games exciting.
So you're telling me they planned to have that guy foul?
Well, they didn't call a double dribble before that. They could have called a double dribble and ended the game. So the refs blow a call. So Virginia had a close one. Virginia had a close.
I forgot about the double dribble. Yeah.
But I know what you're saying. The game before that Virginia won on the pass from half court, and then the bleached hair guy got it off at the last second. That was an even crazier.
Exactly. You cannot plan something like that. They should have been out of this tournament.
But they're not.
I know, and so I don't see how.
Well, that's why sometimes I say, man, there could be a magical element to this. So.
You know what? I'm starting to think that they're using psychics to figure out who the fuck is going to win. I'm sorry for cursing, but I'm really thinking they know who's going to win. I think they're using things like that. I mean, it sounds crazy, but
I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I've witnessed some things too, and I've said, man, like, okay, all right, we have the right winner pick, but how the hell did they just pull that off? I say the same thing. So,
right.
Yeah, no, there's questions that need to be answered, but we see what the Virginia riddles are. Jeremy White also pointed out that when you write out free throw, or is it free throws? I forget. Let me see. Free throw. Yeah, it's free throw. So they wanted it at the free throw line, right? And notice how free throw has the gematria of 118 and 53 and 89, all Virginia and Virginia Cavalier numbers. So,
oh my God, that is crazy. And you know what? He threw them up like he wasn't even worried about it. I mean, that's a lot of pressure to throw up 3 shots like that. There's so much pressure, and he did it like it was nothing.
Well, not when the technology's in the game. I know they're using the technology, but and that's the other thing too. I mean, if the technology's on, they could have just had that last 3-pointer go in, but they wanted it at the free throw line. So,
yeah. All right, Zach. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.
All right, later, man. Just remember, you guys, whenever we're looking at these championships, it's always tight riddles, right? Every time we go through this and we say, well, man, that team has the number 2. It's why they're in the championship game. So you got to say, who's less likely to get this 35 riddle? Is Virginia less likely to get their 35th tournament win all time and 35th win of the season? Or is Chris Beard more likely to stay on 35 losses? Think about what number is going to be seen less. How many people in the world are going to notice that Chris Beard's on 35 career losses? Probably almost nobody, but a lot of people will look at the box score, the paper, and this will be shown right there, the 35th win. So, and again, we just saw how both coaches' names connect to 66. 317 is the 66th prime. We also talked about that Virginia player, that white point guard, and how everything synced up perfectly with him being in this championship game. We talked about that probably more than a week ago. Let me check the name of the venue real quick. U.S. Bank Stadium. We know how important that can be. U.S. Bank Stadium. Well, in this case, nothing's really screaming out at me about this. So I'm riding the Virginia train. The bus crash, the Justin Fairfax story where we began February 8th. Virginia 1-point favorite with the over-under at 118. It's just so comical. So show your friends and family this over-under March Madness, Texas Tech Red Raiders, Virginia Cavaliers, and see if they think it's a coincidence. Here, a couple other things we can look at is just the town names of where these schools are from. Lubbock, in Lubbock, Texas. Let's see if there's anything there. Lubbock's got the 66 connection. Hey, there's another reason to maybe go 31-7. Again, 317 is the 66th prime number. So they're from Lubbock. Lubbock, Texas is 110, like it's 110 days from the Madison Square Garden game. Wow, Lubbock, Texas is 52 and 133. So is Minnesota. Actually, we got, God, okay, look at that. 38, 52, 110, 133. Look at Minnesota. All the same numbers. Man, you got to remember these things for the future. Texas Tech, they had the numbers. Lubbock, Texas, anything else there? We got that 54 number. That was the number coded in the bus crash at the beginning of the tournament. Okay, and let's see, where's Virginia Cavaliers officially out of? Charlottesville. That's right, where they had the maybe we should see how many days it's been from the Charlottesville PSYOP. Could be perfectly synced. Charlottesville. Charlottesville's 98. Here we are on the 98th day of the year. Charlottesville, VA, 111. Minneapolis, Minnesota, 111. 114, their 114th season. Minneapolis, Minnesota, 114. Virginia. Whoops. I think this. Hold on, I'm still spelling it wrong. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, 98th day of the year. Just like Fairfax, Virginia's 98 too. So yeah, I like Virginia. Obviously, you knew I was going to say that. But, I mean, again, I just think they got the better riddle. So both coaches connect to 66. Lubbock connects to 66. Maybe I forgot to measure how many days it was from Tony Bennett's birthday. We thought it was 49 days. Tony Bennett's 49 years old. Okay, his birthday is June 1st. June 1st. So let's measure from his last birthday into his upcoming. 311 days from the last birthday. That's the 64th prime number. March Madness begins with the 64 teams. March Madness, when you use the rules for S, is 64. So 311, the 64th prime. And 54 days. That's interesting because that is the number that was coded. Well, that's how many points they lost with last year in the opening round. And then that's also the number that was coded into the bus crash. All 54 passengers who survived the crash were hospitalized. Let's see. Again, the crash was at the 322nd minute of the day. Their first game was March 22nd. The article has 54 in the headline, but 57 in the article, championship-related number. Their first game was against Gardner-Webb. They got upset last year with 54 points. So it's also a span of 55 days to his birthday, and Minneapolis is 55. Kind of like how the Patriots became 5-5 in Super Bowls in Minneapolis. Number 55 put it away with the Eagles with the sack fumble. All right, yeah, we're doing baseball today because there's nothing else going on. But I just wanted to have this discussion about Virginia and Texas Tech. I'm still riding the Virginia Cavaliers wagon. Let me make sure there's nothing to the number 353 real quick. $353 the 71st prime number? I think it is. I think 353 is the 71st prime number. And if it is, we know that Virginia equals 71. Okay, so 353 is the 71st prime number. So that just screams Virginia, that record. Again, that's what Virginia would be with a win, 35-3. And put it up there, Virginia 71. March Madness 71. Again, 311 days after Tony Bennett's birthday, the 64th prime. So, and again, we saw both coaches connect to 66 plus Lubbock 66. 317 is the 66th prime. So I'm taking Virginia. All righty, you guys. Let's do some MLB, huh? Let's do some MLB. Wow, God, the MLB starts early. All right, Chicago's 3-5. I hate names like Rays because it's like, is their name the Devil Rays or is it the Rays? So we're gonna have to figure out, monitoring the season, like what numbers are mattering more. Tampa Bay, I know, has that 47 connection. They became 7-4 today. It's like a reflection. Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, Tampa Bay Rays 74. But Tampa Bay Rays is also 83, so it's not going to help us. 74 though in the more pure cipher. Rays. Rays. Devil Rays is 74 as well. Chicago fell to 3-5. Chicago is 35. Illinois is 45, like Major League. Let's see. White Sox. Chicago White Sox is 74. We're seeing actually a lot of things stack on 74 here. White Sox. All right. Again, our date numerology today. I'm going to have to start a running count here for the MLB season. So today's the 19th, 19 days since it started. So today's the 20th day of the season, 19 days after 20th day. And only the Mariners and Athletics started that day, but I still think that's the official start. All right, so Blake Snell. Something here. Blake Snell, he's at 33 career wins. It's interesting that he comes in with 33 because we know how 33 and 74 go together. We were seeing a lot of 74 stack. So his team could fall to 74, coming in with those 33 career wins. Let's see. He's 26 years old. Is 125 days after his birthday or 126. Okay, and then we have Carlos Rodon. Let's see here. He's at 27 wins, 30 career losses. Rays is 27, so he comes in with 27 wins against the Rays. So the game's going to be 119 days after his birthday. 17 weeks. Blake Snell, Carlos Rodon. He's at 30 losses facing Blake Snell. 17 weeks after his birthday. Oh. Dome's 30. I see Tampa Bay is a big favorite. All the 74 stacking has me thinking that the Rays very likely fall to 7-4. And again, there is a connection to 45. Illinois is 45. I think White Sox have a chance to upset there. All right, so Pirates can get one of those magical baseball numbers. Baseball's 54, but Major League's 63. So if the Cubs win, they'd be 3-7. Chicago's 37. That's a big one right there. Hard to overlook the 37. That would make the Pirates 5-4. Let me see if the Cubs. No, Cubs is 45. Games at Wrigley. Wrigley's got the 45. Wrigley's also got a 54 connection. So, you know, you'd get your baseball Wrigley number. Illinois has the 54 connection as well. The Cubs would be 3-7. Chicago's 37. So I like a riddle like that. John Lester. How many games do we got to go through today? Okay, John Lester. He's going for his 179th career win or 99th career loss. Illinois does equal 99. Doesn't have to come today, though. We're going to have to look at some Pirates numbers. With the National League, he's going for his 63rd win or 32nd loss. Again, I need to keep in mind today's date numerology. Today's the 98th day of the year in regards to his 98 career losses. Maybe that's a sign he stays on the 98 losses on the 98th day. Shit, hit the wrong button. Come on. Okay. Not seeing any numbers there. Check the surname. Got a double connection at 83. John Lester. John Lester, 37. Hey, that's a good sign that the Cubs are improving to 3-7, right? Same cipher. Chicago's 37. So I'm filling that riddle right there. It's looking good. Okay. Let me check the gematria here on the Pirates real quick. Nothing's really jumping out about his numbers today. Pittsburgh Pirates. They're playing today on the date that's kind of like their name. They can be written 8/4. Pirates. He's 35 years old right now. Chicago number. Oops. 91 days after his birthday. I know Chicago Bears equals 91. Remember how they got Khalil Mack on September 1st? Make sure there's not some other connection. Chicago, Illinois, 91. 98th day of the year. November 18th. This guy's got the Skull and Bones birthday. It's the 322nd day of the year. But yeah, I like the Cubs here. Chicago 37, John Lester 37, baseball 54, Wrigley 54. Just make sure I didn't miss some 63 connection. That's all I got to make sure that I'm not missing here. Because Major League is 63. Okay, but yeah, I'm liking the Cubbies. Chicago. Okay. Maybe Chicago's getting it done today. You know, maybe it's a Chicago day. What's up, caller?
What's going on, Zach?
Hey, man.
On baseball, I'm just letting you know about the streaks. That's really huge. If you just ride the streaks, what's already even if it's wins and losses.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been riding Cincinnati the last 4 games. They on the currently, I believe, 8-game losing streak.
Oh,
so
wow.
Already this early, and it's like multiple teams. Got teams on 5-game winning streaks and 6-game losing streaks. So if you just ride the streaks,
I bet you this streak ends at. I bet you this streak ends at 9 games.
Which one?
The Cincinnati streak, because when you add 1 through 9 together, it equals 45. Like Major League's 45. 9 innings in a ball game. So.
Right. And a couple more things that I noticed. By Reds not being on that, by them being on that losing streak, it was a date numerology with 46. They lost, Reds equal 46, and like you say, Cubs equal 45. And it was a day with 45 numerology already, and Cubs lost. So be aware of that. Even if, like, today's date 50 and Braves equal 50, that don't. Sometimes they'll win, but I already observed it twice where they lost.
Sure, when you're already on the number and it connects to the date, you can't get much of a riddle that way. It could go either way when it's. But like if they were at 49 losses and it was a 50 date, they'd be most likely to get that 50th loss.
Right. And I'm just saying in general, like Reds equal 46. So if today's date numerology was 46. Still be careful about that.
Oh, of course.
That's what I'm saying about it.
Right. That could go either way. That doesn't tell you anything. Yeah, you're right.
Right. And like I noticed how you did the NHL and the NBA, how you was like it's the 116th day of the NBA. Are you gonna keep track of the MLB? Like how many days? It's because so when is it? Is it like are you gonna start from Japan or are you gonna start from like when everybody started?
Well, I'm thinking that the official start of the season was March 20th, so I should count it from that day.
Okay. Yeah, because I noticed those was only 2 teams that played and everybody else waited. So I don't know if it's gonna throw it off like you say, the Rays and the Devil Rays, and you got the Diamondbacks and the D-backs. So just trying to see, like, we don't want to be on the right thing or the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
Well, so it's just like with the Wolves in the NBA, because they're really the Timberwolves, right? But we know that the Gematria Wolves mattered as well as Timberwolves. Same with Blazers and Trailblazers. So I think we'll have to look at both. And it's just like how when I looked at Devil Rays, it equals 74, and Tampa Bay Rays equals 74. So there's so that's kind of nice that there's an overlap with both of those nicknames. And today they have a chance to go 7-4. So.
So what day? What would be the day's number in baseball? Like what number?
Well,
would it be today
if it's March 20th, if March 20th was the day, then today's the 20th day of the season. But we're gonna figure these things out if they're counting it that way, or if they're counting from the day that everybody officially opened, which I believe was March 29th.
Okay.
But I'm gonna assume that March 20th is the day, because that is the first official day of the season, even though everybody played a week later. So for now, that's my assumption.
Okay, and I noticed too, Seattle did win yesterday. Like yesterday had that 23 numerology, and which is the nice prime, and Seattle did get that nice prime.
And
just to put a little note there, because baseball is a long season.
Right, and Chicago White Sox equals 92. They became 9-2, and they won 9-2 the day before. Plus Chicago equals 35, right. And Chicago fell to 3-5. So that's why we like that game.
Right, and it's crazy because this is something crazy too, because it's that game I didn't bet, but I like the Seattle, but the whole world was on Seattle. And it's crazy because you know how we say Vegas will pull games and whatever, but they still a cash. It was like almost 70% of the money was on Seattle. It was a you pick 'em game. It's like, why wouldn't Vegas switch up that narrative? You know what I mean? We done seen them do it so many times, and then it's like that's the only reason why I didn't bet Seattle. But the numbers was there, and it's so it's just crazy how they do it.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I think there is something to the theory about them flipping outcomes based on where the money is. But, I mean, think about a team like the Patriots. Every Super Bowl, the majority of the money's on them, and they usually win. So, anyway.
Well, I'll let you get back to it, man.
All right. Appreciate it. You take care.
All
right. See you.
All right.
All right, let's keep moving through these MLB games. Again, it is kind of weird the way the season began. The official start was March 20th with the Mariners and A's in Japan, but then I think everybody else played their first game March 29th. So I'm just going to assume, though, that the official start was March 20th. We might need to keep 2 running counts this year. We'll figure it out, though. So the good news is that's not always the most crucial thing that we look at. Sometimes the day count does matter. Sometimes it is very helpful, but it's not our priority thing to pick with. So, okay. So we're thinking both Chicago teams have a shot today. Somebody in the chat said that they're not the Devil Rays anymore. They got rid of that. They're just the Rays. They wanted to get rid of the Devil part. Okay, I just want to make the point, though, again, that Devil Rays, what they used to be called, is 74, and Tampa Bay Rays is 74. And, of course, Tampa Bay is also 47, the reflection. So now, we did just see that Tampa Bay Rays also has the connection to 83, which makes it a little bit dicey today because you could make an argument for 8-3. But the reason I'm going to give the edge to the White Sox here is the 74s in the more pure cipher and Illinois 45. So, again, Cubs can become 3-7. John Lester and Chicago 37. Wrigley 54. So, digging that. Let's just see what a name like Guaranteed Rate Field equals. 337 to 68th prime. Okay. All right. So Yankees, Astros. This is a big game right here. This is going to be the big ratings game tonight. Oh, yeah. Of course, it's on ESPN. How could it not be? All right. Let's see what we got for numbers here. Yankees, New York Yankees 65. So I see that the Astros could become 6-5 by beating the Yankees. Okay, that stands out. Not missing something here. We got the 51 date. Houston. Now, Houston is 31, right? So if Houston lost, they could be 3-1 at home. But at the same time, if the Yankees lost, they could be 3-1 away. And Houston also has the Gematria 41. So maybe Maybe the Astros win tonight and the Yankees get the next one. I see the Yankees got their 111 pitcher going. Verlander, how old's he getting now? Houston Astros. Astros got the 51 connection. 84 like the date. You know what else we could be looking at here? Yankees, Astros head all done. Okay. It's going to be the 49th game. Yankees going for the 30th win. Astros going for the 20th. Now, it is officially the 20th day of the MLB season. So the Astros could get their 20th win officially on the 20th day, which means that they could also get their 21st win on the 20th. It means they could, it could line up that way. So you can't, and it might not go that way either, but it's just something to consider. The fact that New York Yankees is 65, though, it's got me leaning Astros, because you can make sense of the 3-1 either way, because Houston's 31. Okay. Verlander. Yankees come in 5-4 against him. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So Tanaka's going for his 66th win. Did I just see that Verlander had that connection? So Verlander does have the 66th connection. Chance he could get the 66th win against him. Let's see. Verlander's 22-9. He's going for his 206th win all time. Houston has Gematria 40 as well. This one's a little tight. Here, let's check the birthdays real quick. It's a big game here early in the season. February 20th, that's the 51st day of the year. So today's 47 days after Verlander's birthday, or his 48th day of his age. He's got the, again, 11-1 birthday. He opened it up for the Yankees this year. New York 111. 158 days, or a span of 159. I got to favor the Astros here because New York Yankees is 65. And again, you can make sense of the home or away records either way. I do think there's a good chance, though, that whoever wins tonight will lose tomorrow. I think that's very likely. Because notice, if the Yankees win one and lose one, they'll be 6-5 as well. So, got to give the edge to Houston tonight because the New York Yankees 65 piece. But again, proceed with caution, because we did see how Justin Verlander's 66 and Tanaka was going for his he was going for his 166th win, or he was going for his 66th career win. Astros is 20 as well, 20th day of the season. All right, Baltimore and the Athletics. I don't think there's any numbers here that connect. Let's double check. Orioles. Baltimore Orioles. A's. Athletics. Athletics. All right, so there's nothing that's really jumping about the team names here. Marco Estrada. If the Orioles lost, they would be 4-6, but if they won, they'd be 5-5. So that's tough. That could go either way. You know, I am thinking if Baltimore did win tonight, they would be 1-3. They'd be 1-3 tonight at home. Baltimore does equal 41. So does Oakland. But God, I guess you could make an argument either way, huh? Because either team could become 1-3 in the home and away. So actually, we can't go with that. But both teams have that 41 connection, the 13th prime. Shoot. 46 is the more pure cipher. Andrew Kashner. Kashner's got the 41 thing going like Baltimore and Oakland. 68. What was I just thinking about? So if Kashner got the win, he could make the Athletics 6-8. Come back and look at Estrada real quick. Oh, Estrada's 68 too. So we have an overlap with 68. That's got me leaning to the Baltimore side. Both pitchers with the 68 connection. And hold on, I'm not sure I did Tanaka and Verlander. I might have done Verlander, but forgot Tanaka. One more thing. Okay, I'm leaning the Orioles' way here. Let's check their records, but just the fact that they both have that 68 connection, it's got me thinking that could come through. Marco Estrada, 60, 62, and 66. Baltimore, Maryland. No. Right, nothing crazy there. Andrew Kashner. $47 and $80. This guy has a pretty terrible record lifetime. Camden Yards, Camden. It's a long name. Oriole Park, Camden Yards. It's also good to just think about. Another thing to think about is just like what their record could end up being that would be symbolic. Baltimore. Like starting 5-8. Let me see. Did these teams play yesterday? When did their series start? All right, so this is the first game of the series. And how many game series are they playing? So they're playing a 4-game series. That'll be it. 4-game series. Whoops. So they could theoretically become 5-8 by the end of this series. And the reason that would matter is because Baltimore is 58 and so is Oakland. So I could definitely see the Orioles going 1-3 in this series against the Athletics. They could win the first game though. That could be the one that they win. Let's see. Usually the birthdays for the pitchers is this is interesting that it's 277 days after Marco Estrada's birthday, because Oakland Athletics, check it out, is 277. 277 days after his birthday. That's the 59th prime number. We just saw the death of the Oakland Athletic on the day leaving 277 days left in the year. And he also died 59 days from his birthday, and he's a black man. I still need to make a video on that, but here, I'll just show you guys real quick. You know what's here? Jim Holt. This is it. Jim Holt just died March 29th. I think this was the opening day of the season for all the teams. He was born on the 147th day there, the World Series number. I know one of you thinks it's going to be the Athletics in the World Series this year, which is possible. It's possible. A lot of games to be played. But again, dead on the day leaving 277 days, dead 59 days from his own birthday. So that's very interesting that the Athletics pitcher is pitching 277 days after his birthday today. And if this was a wild card game, I'd be like, okay, the A's are winning. That's pretty much how it was. We called all the wild card games right last year on here. You can go back and watch those videos if you want. We were flawless because the pitcher who had the golden alignment was the one who won every single game. We did see that Andrew Kashner is 4-6. I'm torn on this game. That the 68 thing in both pitchers' names. Hold on, let me see what Andrew Kashner's birthday is here. Andrew Kashner birthday. September 11th, huh? Okay. 209 days, 30 weeks. Not as interesting. I don't know. I might skip this game because, again, I'm thinking the Athletics are going to win this series. Oh, God, you know what else I'm thinking about now? If the Athletics won 3 in a row, they'd be 9-7, right? Athletics 97, Oakland Athletics 97. They opened the season losing to the Mariners. Mariners 97, 9-7. That was on the 79th day of the year. So maybe the Athletics win 3 in a row and then lose, so that Baltimore can be 5-8. I'd probably lay low on this game just because the 68 thing is there. But now that I'm thinking about how symbolic 97 was to the Athletics to start the season, maybe they start there. See, there it is. Oakland Athletics 97, Athletics also 97. Let me make sure Baltimore doesn't have a connection to that number. Baltimore MD 68 too. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably just cool it on this game right here. All right, Nationals Phillies. So we have an opportunity here where the Phillies, with Bryce Harper playing his old team. There's got to be a faster way to look at this rather than just scrolling through all these things. All right, here's the smarter way to do it. Yeah, they already played each other once this year. All right, so the Phillies 2-1. So they went 2-1 earlier this year. Bryce Harper playing the old team. 3-game series. Okay, but just things that are jumping out. Phillies have a chance to become 6-3, that major league number. Nationals could become 5-4, the baseball number. Philadelphia is a 135-point favorite. Remember, Bryce Harper went to the Phillies 135 days after his birthday. That's the big Philadelphia number. I don't know. When I see a Philadelphia 135, I tend to not doubt it. That's the magic number in Philly. If the Phillies won, they'd be 6-1 at home too, wouldn't they? Philadelphia 61. Philadelphia 61. Here, real quick on this that last game, I just want to go back real quick and look at. I just want to look at what their record is against Oakland. Ooh, a lot of games. Too big of numbers. That's the problem with baseball. A lot of these teams have played each other so many times, it's hard to get any meaning out of the numbers unless there's a prime number there. Washington Nationals used to be Montreal. Okay. 860th game, 419, 439. See if 419's prime. The 81st prime number. The 81st prime. All right. Let's see. Annabelle Sanchez. Annabelle Sanchez, 52. Phillies could become 5-2 at home. But also 61. So the 61's there as well. I was just going to say Prophecy's 52. You know, the Prophecy connection with Philadelphia, but Philadelphia is 61. His name's also 101 like Philadelphia. Let's see. Bill Sanchez got the 113. He's at 97 wins. Philadelphia's 97. He could stay at 97 wins against Philadelphia, pick up the 101st loss in Philadelphia. It is the 98th day of the year, but look at that. Those are both Philadelphia numbers, 97 and 101. So this is looking good for the Phillies, but let's keep looking. It's looking good right here. That 4:05 start time could be a clue too, huh? Major League 45. Nationals. What's up, caller?
Hey, what's going on, Jack? I just want, I'm just gonna be quick, real quick. But I was looking up something for minor league baseball and how some of these teams have affiliates, and I just wanted to get your opinion on like some of these games that are coming on for minor league baseball.
Okay, like it's a good thought to look at the minor league teams. It's absolutely connected to major league, but that's something I personally have never done. Actually, is followed what's going on in minor league. But do you have like a specific question or example?
The Durham Bulls. Yeah, I'm looking at the top teams right now. The Durham Bulls and the Memphis Redbirds. They're an affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals. The Durham Bulls are an affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. And I guess I have to just do some research on my own, just dig up some information to see if any of these teams are connected.
Well, sure. So you're saying that St. Louis Cardinals is interesting to me because they're the only team with the 115 connection, and this is the year of the 115th World Series. So maybe there's a reason that they're on top. But yeah, that could be another place where we could get some big clues. I mean, we see the way they connect college basketball games to the Super Bowl. So why wouldn't minor league teams maybe be connected to the riddles with what's going on in the majors? So yeah, please keep doing some research. Go ahead.
That was it. I'll let you go. I don't want to interrupt you during the live stream.
Well, it's fine. I mean, that's the whole point of this, to have a discussion. I just don't like when people call when I'm doing the review at the end, but no, that's fine. So yeah, please do keep an eye on that. I mean, I only have two sets of eyes, or one set of eyes, but yeah, the more people making observations and stuff, the more stuff we're going to figure out. So let me know what you observe as you keep it going, and I'll try to take a peek myself. So thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, take care. All right, something I'm seeing about this pitcher right here, Vince Velasquez, going for the Phillies. He has the 197 connection, which is, it's the 45th prime number. It looks like Gematria is having a, When Gematria does this, it just means you have to refresh maybe 10 times before it finally works. Sometimes the hosting, there it is. It's the 45th prime. So maybe that's a sign that he's going to make the Nationals 4 and 5 as well. But I'm digging this Phillies riddle. Philadelphia 6-1. We saw the other pitcher, how he had the Philly numbers with a loss. Let me just check the gematria on Phillies real quick. Oh, Phillies 45 too, becoming 4 and 5 against the Phillies. And we saw how they could get that win number that it was the 81st prime as well. So you have a connection to the 81 actually. So yeah, this is looking good for the Phillies here. February 27th, born on the 58th day of the year. So today's 40 days after his birthday, or his 41st day of his age. And Vince Velasquez. Actually, I should just run his gematria real quick. Oh yeah, we saw that, the Philadelphia connection. Vince Velasquez. Oh yeah, we saw that too. Okay. Let me see. June 7th. June 7th, 2018. 305 days. His upcoming birthday is his upcoming birthday is a span of 61 days. This is Vince Velasquez, who's trying to make his team 6-1 at home. Philadelphia 61. So I'm digging it. I like the Phillies. And again, they got that magic number on the line. You guys, anytime you see a 135 Philadelphia, I mean, you can almost mail it home. I'm telling you. Watch tomorrow. I'm kicking myself, but I don't know. Things look really good here for the Phillies. All right. So something that stands out here is Los Angeles equals 55. The Cardinals could become 5 and 5 against Los Angeles. They could also become 1 and 3 at home, and LA's 13, as we know. Seeing if any other numbers jump on the surface. Dodgers got their ace going, but the guy who's not so great in the playoffs. Let's see. Dodgers. Dodgers. Los Angeles Dodgers. Cardinals. Cardinals got that 45 connection. Notice they started the season 4-5. Is there a number upcoming that they could get to? St. Louis Cardinals. Maybe they can rally back to get to 8-8. Take a look at the pitchers here. Let's see. Actually, I better look at his last name too. The surname has the gematria of 46. If they lost today, they'd be 4-6. Not a lot of big clues so far here. Busch Stadium. What's up, caller?
Hey, Zach. Just something I want to run by you about this championship game.
Okay.
This reminds me a lot about the Super Bowl, how the New England Patriots in the playoffs just squeezed by some miraculous, stupid calls by the officials just to usher them into the Super Bowl, which they won, which you predicted.
Right.
Okay? The same thing is happening here with Virginia, where the last couple of games were just like miracles, okay?
Right.
Just to usher them in to the championship game, which they're going to win, probably by 2 or 3 points, okay, in a real tight game, you know? So it's just like a mirror reflection of the Super Bowl, in my opinion, okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, it is the same type of thing. They're getting by barely, miracle plays, calls blowing, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the worst call in college basketball or football history, that non-interference call was unbelievable.
That was in the Rams Saints game, but
oh, you're right.
But
you're right.
almost as bad of a call was the roughing the passer call that extended the Patriots' drive against the Chiefs. Right. You could argue that call was bad.
It was just, and they completed, fourth down play after fourth down play just to get in, and they got to the Super Bowl. They were slight favorites. They won it. They covered. This was like a 1 or 1.5 point spread. So Virginia's going to win, period. There's no guarantees, of course. There's no locks, but it's just like a mirror reflection of the Super Bowl for the championship game.
I agree with your analysis.
Okay. Well, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents worth. We'll see what happens. Okay.
All right. I appreciate it. Good observations. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
All right. Take care. Okay, so this Dodgers-Cardinals game, we're not finding any crazy numbers. The Cardinals pitcher's surname did have the 46 gematria, but again, Los Angeles is 55, which gives the Cardinals a fighting chance here. If the Cardinals did lose, they'd be 1-3 at home. Again, LA's 13. Let's see where we're at in this series here. It's the first game of the series. Dodgers just came off a big old win. Did I check the pitcher stats? Hold on, I gotta check these pitcher stats. Okie dokie. He's at 42 wins. So what stands out to me about that is I know St. Louis has the 43 Gematria. So he could get his 43rd career win against St. Louis. That's important. That's important. And in baseball, there's a lot of no decisions. March 25th, the 84th day of the year. So this game's 14 days after his birthday, too. 43, the 14th prime. So I got to say, I'm upgrading my stock and the Dodgers getting the win here. St. Louis 43, 43rd career win, 14 days after the birthday. So that's starting to make a little bit of sense. But hold on, we got to check out the other pitcher still. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. 22 and 12. So the thing about this pitcher is he could get his 12th loss. Los Angeles is 37, the 12th prime. Dodgers seem like they're kind of on fire right now. Let me see. 5-game winning streak. Today's the 8th. There's something about the upcoming record. Well, after seeing that he's going for his 43rd win against St. Louis, I got to ride that train. But there is the slight risk is becoming 5-5 for the Cardinals because Los Angeles is 55 when you use the rules for S. But we also saw how it might make sense for this pitcher to get his 12th loss, and LA's 113. So I got to favor the Dodgers. And Mariners, we talked about the Royals losing yesterday, so they could become 2-7 today. Royals equals 27, like MLB. We saw the Mariners start their home record 5-1. They can start their away record 5-1 now. Today has 51 date numerology. Ichiro wore the number 51. So I'm kind of digging the Mariners getting that 5-1. The only thing I could say about 4-2 is Washington is the 42nd state, but this game is in Kansas City. And let's see if there's anything there with that. Oh, Kansas City's 122 like Seattle. Kansas City. They're 4-1 coming into Kansas City. Kansas City, Missouri. 119 like Mariners as well. Missouri is 42 though. Ugh. That's the only thing I could say. Let's see. Thinking that 51 date numerology though, and Royals fall into 2-7. The Ichiro riddles continue. Seattle Mariners also 179, the 41st prime. Today has 24 date numerology as well. So notice that the Mariners could become 5-1, the Royals could become 2-4, and the home and away records. King Felix on the mound. Let's see here. Felix Hernandez. Oh, you know what? There's some connection to 93 with the Royals. Maybe it's this stadium. Hold on, let me check that out. Maybe Kauffman Stadium opened in 93. I just remember, just from my memory bank, there's something up with the Royals in 93. No, 73. What is it about 93 in the Royals? There's something there. Oh, it was called Royal Stadium until 93. They renamed it Kauffman Stadium after that season. Okay. I'm not going to go crazy with that. So that's what, okay, it was renamed in 93. Okay. Okie dokie. On July 2nd. Notice how they did it on July 2nd? Date that can be 2-7, Royals 27, MLB 27. Okay. Mariners come into Kauffman Stadium 92 with a record of 9-2. All right, let's see. Felix Hernandez going for his 170th win or his 129th loss. So it looks like Felix had a bad game here. God, his ERA is through the roof. Wait a minute. What am I? Okay. I'm looking at this. Wait a minute. What is going on here? Am I looking at the wrong Felix Hernandez? Oh, spring training. Excuse me. I'm looking at spring training. No wonder I was like, what in the world? Okay. I don't think there was any connection to those numbers. All right, let's check the other pitcher. Homer Bailey. Homer Bailey. Homer Bailey, 113. The line's at 112. Los Angeles, CA's 113 with regards to this Dodgers line over here. Bailey 103. 103 is the 27th prime, like Royals, 2-7. Chance to become 2-7 today. Bailey's also 27. Homer Bailey. He could stay at 67 wins. That's the 19th prime. Seattle's 19. Remember, Seattle changed their stadium name this year, so it equals 67. 78th loss. Yeah, I got to say I like the Mariners in this one. Again, the date numerology's there. The 27 thing's there. So I guess I can see the birthdays. Just take it one step further. Oh, it's Felix's birthday. He turns 33 years old today. How about that? Now, the only thing that worries me about that is birthday does equal 42 if the Mariners became 4-2 away, but birthday is also 48. Wait a minute, 129? Hold on, what did I see with Felix's stats? Hold up. But he had 129 losses? There was 129 there, I swear. Oh, no. He could get his 129th loss today on his birthday. Man. What are the odds? What are the odds of that? The Royals would become 3-3. Man, I hate when things like that happen. What's Homer Bailey's birthday? May 3rd. 25 days before his birthday. 341st day of his age. You know what? Royals with the S exception is 36, isn't it? It's 3-6. Well, man, I just got gun shy on this game. I was thinking it was looking good for the Mariners, but now I'm just worried about that. King Felix, Because just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you're going to win. We've documented that many times. Sometimes people get humiliated on their birthday. But man, that pitcher for the Royals had the connection to 27. Royals the connection. Pitcher had 2 connections. I'm missing something with birthday. There are 102 up there too. I don't know. I was feeling it, but now I'm gun shy on it. All right, yeah, the birthday 129 thing just makes me. I mean, because what a perfect alignment. So, all right, we had some other picks. Now we talked about Colorado losing yesterday so that they could become 3-8 today. Again, Colorado equals 38. It's the 38th state. They're a game away from doing it. What's Rockies equal? Colorado Rockies. Colorado Rockies 163, the 38th prime. Thought they had that 38 team connection. And Braves. Rockies is 64. Notice the Braves can become 6-4 against the Rockies. Rockies 64. Braves. I think the Rockies just lost to the Braves yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, they lost to the Dodgers. So first game of the series. Looks like everybody's on a new game of a series here. Okay. So the Braves haven't won yet on the road, and the Rockies haven't won yet at home. Let's see the pitchers. Screaming out there. Nothing screaming out there. Kyle Freeland, 64. I saw both pitchers have the 118 connection. Again, the Braves can become 6-4. Rockies is 64. Freeland also 38, like Colorado, like how it looks like they're destined for 33-8 here. So things are looking good for the Braves. Denver. Colorado. Denver CO. Okay, let's also check their stats. So the Braves pitcher is going for his 68th career win, which is very interesting because Denver's 68. So great team to get the 68th win against. And Kyle Freeland is, oops, that's not what I want. Kyle Freeland's 29-19. It's the 20th day of the season. He could get his 20th loss. May 14th, born on the 124th day. 36 or 37 days to his birthday. 30. Well, the one thing I can say for Kyle Freeland is from his last birthday to today is 47 weeks. Chance he could get his team to 4-7, but those 3 and 8s are stacking a lot better. And January 27th. So today's 71 days after his birthday. Which number here? Oh, Atlanta Braves is 64, and so is Rockies. Yeah, I like the Braves there. Kyle Freeland, 47 weeks after his birthday is the one prayer, but the 38's the more powerful number. We saw the 64s and the 38s stack. And that 68th career win in Denver. So got to ride with the Braves. All right, Padres, Giants. I know San Diego has Gematria of 38 and 47. San Diego is 38 in the more pure cipher. Let's just run it real quick, see what else there is. So here's San Diego. Are you looking at any other numbers here? Padres. Oh, 65 for the Padres. So if the Padres lost, they would be 6-5. And we can make sense of the Giants record either way. Padres. Okay. Giants. I think Giants have that connection to 38 too. So Giants does have that connection to 38. So you got the San Diego and Giants overlap with 38. You know what? San Diego is 74 as well. So even though they have that set 65 connection, the stronger riddle here is no doubt with the 38, because Giants is 38, San Diego's 38, San Diego's 74. So I'm leaning Padres right now, and then we'll see what happens after we look at the pictures here. Interesting. I didn't know that the Giants changed their name to Oracle Park. What, now we got Oracle Park and Oracle Arena in the Bay Area? There's like some future forecasting's going on. That's a good name, though, for baseball, because Oracle's 54 like baseball, 108 like Major League, 27 like MLB, 108 double stitches on the baseball. Okay, Padres got Eric Lauer going. Eric Lauer's 47. Well, that gave a little bit more hope to the Giants. Eric Lauer, 47. 1 second, you guys. 1 second. If you guys got like a 2-minute break to take, I got to take this doorbell real quick. I'll be right back. All right, apologies, you guys. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so we were looking at this Padres-Giants game, and again, San Diego 74, San Diego also 38, but 47. We saw that this pitcher going for the Padres, Eric Lauer, does have the 47 connection, which gives a little bit more of a glimmer of hope to the Giants, but Giants and San Diego having that overlap with 38. We did also see that San Diego Padres is 65, so we got some riddles going backwards, but I'm thinking that 38 overlap number. Ooh, but Bumgarner's on the mound. All right, we're gonna have to look at it more here. Let's see. Eric Lauer for the Padres, 7 and 8, and I feel like there's some 79 connection here. 97. And look at that. Let's go. Giants. There's not. Padres. San Diego Padres also 79. Guess there's not. Okay. There was a 7 and 9 connection though. San Diego Padres 79. Eric Lauer 97. All right, let's see Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner. His name's 114, like San Francisco Giants. Last year we had that Barry Bonds jersey retirement ritual synced up with the 114th World Series. They did that on August 11th, the big San Francisco day. We figured out how important August 11th is to the history of San Francisco. And Barry Bonds is 118 too. God, even Madison's 114. You guys didn't see my video last year on Barry Bonds' August 11th jersey retirement. You really should go back and check that out. Also 152 like Pennsylvania. Used to play for the Pirates. That Bay Area, Pennsylvania connection. Okay, let's look at the records here for Madison. He's going for his 111th win. Big New York number. Used to be the New York Giants once upon a time. Next loss is 86. Let's see if there's something interesting with the Giants and Padres head-to-head all time. $857th game. Not going for neither of these can be prime numbers because for the wins, because they're both even. There's no even prime numbers. 857 though. Let's just see if there's something to that number. 148th prime. I don't think that has a connection. No, I didn't spell his name right. How do you spell his name? I did. Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner. Man. Let's see. Real quick, I just want to go back and look at the Mariners and Royals too, since I got gun shy on that after seeing the things were looking good for the Mariners, and just till we saw that birthday riddle. Should have checked the head-to-head with the Royals. 447th game. Mariners at 216 wins. The next loss is 231. And isn't that the 53rd prime? Oh, no, 21st triangular. Shoot. What was Madison Bumgarner again? His win-loss record isn't I don't think any of those numbers really go with this season. We saw how the Padres pitcher could become 7-9, Eric Lauer. Ugh, and his name 47 too. Yeah, this game, it's just a little bit too close for comfort to make a call. Again, that 38 overlap number really pops, but you can make an argument for 47. You can make an argument for 6-5 or 7-4 because San Diego's 74. San Diego Padres is 65. Just seeing that the Padres pitcher can become 7-9 and San Diego Padres is 79. That's also concerning. So, oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to check the distance in birthdays. August 1st. It's his 251st day of his age. That's the 54th prime number, the big baseball number. And I think we just saw that Bumgarner was 54 too. Yeah. Well, man, that's a special alignment right there. His 251st day of his age, the 54th prime. So I don't know if there's probably a way, that's something. Okay, that's a way we could go deeper here. There's probably a way to get, here we go, splits, career. Home or away, that could be something. Oh no, maybe it's game logs that I want. What do I want? I want the I want his all-time stats for certain teams. So what am I missing here? Season total, game conditions, by location, the trajectory. There's got to be maybe this is it. Okay, here we go. Is this right? He's only pitched that many games against the Padres? Am I missing something here? It seems like he should have pitched more games than that against the Padres. Find all matching games. Okay. Regular season. Any decision. Any home or visitor, yeah. Any ballpark. Just seems to me there should be more games here. Starter. I just want it all. Maybe that's all. Maybe that's all he's played against him. Seems like it should be more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Doesn't show if he got the win or loss in those games. Shows what the team did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-3 in these games. If they lost today, they'd be 8-4 in games against the Padres, and that's today's date. Addison Bumgarner has that gematria. San Francisco Giants. Only 8-3 against them. Man, oh, look at that. San Diego Padres is 241 too, and it's his 241st day of his age. Oh, wait a minute. Was it his 251st day of his age? Hold on. It was his 251st day of his age. That's the 54th prime. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, I think that one's just too close for comfort. All right. Brewers, Angels. So Mike Trout, the highest paid man. Let's see. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee's 46. They come into this series 4-6. That's something to think about. We've seen a number of we're talking about a number of teams today coming in with a record that faces the opponent. That's something we already know, but just things to keep in mind. Got Jules on the mound. Let's see. Brewers. Those numbers don't jibe, it doesn't look like, about Milwaukee Brewers. So the Milwaukee Brewers have started the season 8-2. You know what's really interesting about that, you guys? What did I say about Seattle? I said part of the riddle of what I liked about the Brewers or Seattle this year is also that the Brewers did so well last year. And if you don't know, the Milwaukee Brewers used to be the Seattle Pilots, and Seattle equals 82. So these teams could be having parallels between each other all year. No accident that the Milwaukee Brewers are 8-2. And something we can watch for today is, do the Brewers improve to 9-2 like the Mariners began the season 9-2? These teams could have, they could shadow each other all year. So, and the Brewers are facing the Angels, who are in the Mariners division. I'm just thinking about if the Angels lost, they'd be 4-7, like Seattle's up on the 47th parallel. Okay, so there's a thought. Milwaukee. Angels. The Angels are 3-1 at home right now. Angels has the connection to 31. Notice it also has the connection to 32. If they lost today, they'd be 3-2 at home. Anaheim. Angels. Oops. Let's just see what the head-to-head is all time here. Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, they're not the Anaheim Angels anymore. My fault. They're the Los Angeles Angels. I'm going to have to go back and look at the gematria again. Or they're the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim? Really? Wait a minute. What happens when I just... Okay, Los Angeles Angels. My fault. Let's go back and do a double take on that. Los Angeles Angels. That's perfect. 167, the 39th prime. Angel equals 39. Mike Trout signed through the age of 39. Perfect. So we're going for the 174th win or 187th loss. Don't really connect. All right, let's check the pitchers out here. All right, we're going to look at their records in a moment. Now, I just want to remind you guys, last week when we thought the Mariners might fall to 6-2, this was the pitcher on the mound too, which gave us even more reason to believe that. And the Mariners did not lose that game. They became 5-1 at home against Ichiro, number 55. But this was the pitcher going in that game. I noticed his name has Gematria 82 like Seattle. Trevor Cahill. Well, unfortunately, we don't have any really great connections with pitchers going today and the numbers. Let's see their stats. He's going for the 81st win or 85th loss. So he could stay on 84 on this date. He could also just stay on 80 wins. He could get a no decision. Think about baseball. And this other guy's name. Let me just try to spell his name. All right, there it is. He's going for the 77th win or the 76th loss. Did we have a connection to those numbers? Oh, Los Angeles Angels 85. That was a number on the board for the other pitcher. He could potentially get his 85th loss. Doesn't have to come today. But interesting that Los Angeles Angels is 85. So the other thing we can look at is birthday. March 1st, the 60th day of the year. So today's 38 days after his birthday, or his 39th day of his age, Angel 39. We saw Los Angeles Angels had the connection to 39. January 7th. So today is 91 days after his birthday or his 92nd day of his age. Today's his 92nd day of his age, and his team can potentially become 9-2. So that's interesting. 91's the 13th triangular, LA 13. Well, this riddle's a little bit tighter. There's not any just screaming numbers. We did see that the Angels have that connection to 32, and they could go from 3-1 to 3-2 at home. Also, the thought that maybe the Brewers are going to mirror the Mariners for a lot of their games this season. Mariners started 9-2. It's another possibility. We saw that Jules, today's his 92nd day of his age. So these are some thoughts. But again, let's review what we looked at. We got some games underway. Tampa Bay Devil Rays. We talked about how they have the connection to 74 and 83. So that one was a bit tight. If the White Sox can come back and win it, Illinois does have the connection to 45. We like the Cubs to become 3-7. Chicago 37, Wrigley 54. This is looking good. It's it's early in the game. Major League Baseball is putting up a lot more runs to try to get people engaged. But this was the stronger Chicago riddle. Chicago 37. So see what happens there. Yankees and Astros. Tight riddle, but New York Yankees is 65. It is 65. They win today, they'll be 6-5 against the New York Yankees. I'm thinking if the Yankees do lose tonight, they'll come back and win it tomorrow. Houston has the gematria of 31 and 40, so you could make an argument either way. But just the fact that New York Yankees is 65, perhaps the Astros become 6-5, and then maybe the Yankees do it tomorrow. So, Athletics Orioles. It was a tight riddle. Again, Baltimore and Oakland both equal 41, the 13th prime. You could make an argument in the home or away record for either team. We saw that both starting pitchers have the 68 gematria in their last name. That suggests that maybe the Athletics could fall to 6-8. However, Andrew Kashner equals 46. Does that spell Orioles 4-6? I would lay off on this game. The Athletics have a real shot at beginning the season 9-7. Athletics equals 97. Oakland Athletics equals 97. Their opening game, they lost 9-7 to the Mariners. Mariners 97. So we also talked about how this is a 4-game series, and it would make sense for Baltimore to win one of these games, which would make them 5-8 at the end of the series. So maybe the Oakland wins the first 3 and Baltimore wins the last one. That's a possible combo, because Oakland and Baltimore are both 58 as well. So the Orioles being 5-8 at the end of this series has a lot of rhyme and reason to it. Just tonight's game, because both pitchers have that 68 connection, makes it iffy. I'm thinking the Athletics will win 3 of 4 in this series, though. Nationals, Phillies. We saw the 61 connection with the pitcher. Philadelphia, 661. We also saw that the Nationals pitcher, his win-loss record, could both have numbers connecting to Philadelphia if he got the loss tonight. So, liking the Phillies to get it done. Phillies got that line of 135, the big Philly number 135. Dodgers and Cardinals. The one riddle for the Cardinals was that Los Angeles is 55, but the Dodgers seem to have more riddles stacking. LA's also 1-3. It was that the pitcher was going for his 43rd win. St. Louis equals 43, and he's doing it 14 days after his birthday. 43, the 14th prime. So got to favor the Dodgers. There is a slight riddle on the board for the Cardinals. Again, it's becoming 5-5 because Los Angeles is 55. But I still favor the Dodgers. The pitcher's riddle's tight. I was really liking the Mariners because today has the 51 date numerology, the 24 date numerology. Ichiro number 51. We saw the Mariners start 5-1 at home. Royals equals 27. The pitcher's name Bailey equals 27. Homer Bailey 103, the 27th prime. I was about to put it all on the Mariners, and then I realized one thing that really bothered me, and that's that it's Felix Hernandez's birthday. Birthday happens to equal 129, and if Felix loses on his birthday, he'll get his 129th career loss. So that really does bother me. Kauffman Stadium was named Kauffman Stadium in the year 93. Mariners could fall to 9-3 in this game. Just look at Kansas City Royals one more time. Royals does also have the gematria 36, so you can make an argument for them starting 3-6. Just after seeing the Felix thing, I just got to pull my money off the board. I don't like the game anymore. I could still see the Mariners winning, but his 129th career loss on his birthday. Birthday's 129. It's just like, what are the odds of that? So, and I've seen too many people humiliated on their birthday to know better. I've seen people win on their birthday too, so I just don't like the game anymore. I don't want to bet against the Mariners, and so I would just rather not. Okay, Braves and Rockies. Colorado Rockies equals 163, the 38th prime. Rockies, Colorado equals 38. It's the 38th state. We saw the name, I believe Freeland equals 38. Freeland's 38, who's on the mound. We also saw that Rockies equals 64. Rockies 64. I believe Atlanta Braves is 64. And we saw that the Braves pitcher was going for his 68th win, Denver 68. So gotta like the Braves here. Padres and Giants, tough call. I'd probably lay off on this game. San Diego does equal 74, but San Diego Padres equals 65. So you can go either way with that. Giants equals 38, so does San Diego. So there you have an overlap with 38. Giants could become 3-8. And the problem is San Diego equals 47 as well. We saw that this was Madison Bumgarner, his 251st day of his age. That's the 54th prime. Baseball's 54. Bumgarner's 54. Oracle's 54. So, again, we can make riddles both ways. I'm just not comfortable with the pick when you can do it that way. Bumgarner is one of the better pitchers in the MLB, one of the bigger names. In light of the amazing alignment, if I had to say I was going to pick a game, I'd probably favor the Giants because of how it lines up with Bumgarner. But again, just that 74-38 thing, it's right there. Bumgarner could pitch a lights-out game, and it could get blown in the 9th inning. So, Bumgarner could shine, and the Giants could still lose. I'd rather lay off. Brewers and Angels, we saw that the starting pitcher, it's his 92nd day of his age. Brewers, who were originally a Seattle team, have began the year 8-2, just like Seattle did. Seattle equals 82. The Mariners also began the season 9-2. Can the Brewers mirror the Mariners becoming 9-2 against the Mariners' division rival? Again, that would make the Angels 4-7, like Seattle's on the 47th parallel. Just thinking about that Mariners-Brewers parallel, I'm going to favor the Brewers in this game. We didn't find a lot of strong riddles. Speaking of which, we're getting a call from Seattle. What's going on, Seattle?
Hey, man, SEA equals 47. Like how the Angels can become 47.
The abbreviation, huh?
No, you know what? I think it's MIL. Yeah, the abbreviation MIL equals 47 in reverse.
Okay, let me try it out. MIL, how it'll be abbreviated on the screen. Yeah, I see it, 47. Interesting.
Yeah, I often look at the abbreviations, and they often line up with, like, page numerology or team names or whatever.
Well, you might be doing a great thought there. I don't normally do that, but that is something we should look at because that is what's on the screen all game for most of these games. So, yeah.
Yep.
Good observation. I appreciate it. All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, have a good one. All right, so I think we got some good picks here today. And again, for the college basketball, I'm riding Virginia. I mean, my picks were Virginia or Duke at the beginning of the tournament. I thought it was going to be a Virginia-Duke championship. Instead, we get Texas Tech, who played Duke in Madison Square Garden. But remember, things we talked about. If Texas Tech loses, they're 31-7, like 317, the 66th prime. Lubbock equals 66, where Texas Tech's located. Both coaches' names equal 66. If Virginia wins, they're 35-3. 353 is the 71st prime. Virginia equals 71. March Madness equals 71. Plus, it's the 35th March Madness. Virginia would also get their 35th tournament win all time. Texas Tech doesn't have as interesting of an alignment. It's possible that this is Texas Tech's 33rd tournament game based on a phone call we got at the beginning. The count I had from the start of the tournament made this Texas Tech's 34th game. But I am listening to what the caller said. Sometimes the information's bad on these websites. But even still, I just like, Virginia for the Justin Fairfax riddle we talked about. We also saw that where Virginia's located equals 98. Today's the 98th day of the year. Fairfax, Virginia also equals 98. We got the over-under at 118. March Madness is 118. Virginia Cavaliers is 118. Texas Tech Red Raiders is 118. And The other thing is the Virginia coach, Tony Bennett. He's at 89 career losses. Both teams' names also equal 89. If they win the championship, they stay at 89 losses. The best riddle for Texas Tech is the fact that Chris Beard is at 35 career losses and could stay at 35 by winning the 35th March Madness, but I think that's the weaker riddle. What's up, Color?
Hey, Zach, this is Denham. I have one more clue for Virginia winning. If you look at Chris Beard's 2020 birthday, the coach for Texas Tech, if you look at his next birthday, it's also 317 days away. Like, I think it become 31-7.
Bam. Good one, Denham.
Yeah, yeah, man, I just wanted to give you that heads up. Gotcha.
All right, appreciate it. Great clincher.
You're welcome.
Closer of the year, Denham. So we'll leave it right there, you guys. Good luck today. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. And I think we can wrap it up right there. So all right, you guys. Have a great rest of your day.